This is Kulali and her owner Garth. Garth was a successful engineer who started building Kulali as his final life project. Unfortunately, Garth never got to see her finished. I've been lucky enough to take the challenge on of completing her build and one day to sail her around the world. Similar to Garth, I'm a passionate engineer who loves to know how things work and how to build things. Join me on this journey to bring Garth's dream to life. This is Sailing Kulali.
So the job for today is to drill the holes in the tanks for the fittings for the water tanks as well as the waste tanks. So this is the port side water tank. It's pretty big. Those are the diesel tanks which we've already welded in and sealed up and pressure tested. So we're going to do the water tanks next. So you can see over there, there's a mark for where the hole is, and then this is the port side one. And those are the waste tanks down there, same thing.
You can see aluminium galls up like that. You can put a bit of oil on it, or you can just clean it off. Perfect. Alright, because these were so hard to weld in back in the day and pressurize, they're fine now though, but they're diesel as well. So we were really careful with making sure that it met the standard of 3 psi, no leaks. There's still a couple repairs on this side, but this one holds out. So with this one, I've decided to put the fill and the pickup on the lid. So that means that I don't have to try and weld it in situ. I can take that out, and I can also weld the underside, which will make it easier to pressurize. Same with this guy. But I came up with the idea too late for those ones. I already drilled the holes. And there's already holes drilled in there that I have to fix anyway, so I have to do some welding in there. And it also made sense from a plumbing perspective. So the kitchen will go in there, drain into there. That will go up to the fill up on deck for water, and then you'll have the fresh water come out of the lid around there up to the where you're using it, and also this guy is probably going to be for the shower. So yeah, with these two tanks and the two back tanks, I'm just going to leave them for now. That can be a future upgrade if I need more tankage. Yeah, and then last thing is I'm now going to take these out, drill the holes, weld those in, and then once I practice on there, I can go do these two there. So the drill's getting so hot, I've got to cool it down. Pretty warm today, and yeah, you can see the tips being galled all over with aluminium. So I just need to reverse it and clean it up. Yeah, it's 36 degrees today, I think. All right, so that's drilled. So again, you're going to have a fill go all the way along there up the bulkhead. You're going to have a pickup from there to a macerator pump for the toilet system, and then same thing here. Like somehow, if I can connect up the two to use one pump, that'd be good. But yeah, fill from here. Most likely going from the kitchen. I don't know if you need to keep the kitchen water or if you can dump it overboard. Someone let me know. But yeah, otherwise I could probably key in 2 fills and 2 takeoffs to pump out. So now I'm just going to take these 2 out, weld in the pickup and the fill, and then we can seal these tanks up, pressure test it, and do the same for the back. The back I should be ready to weld in that after practicing on these 2. So weld in that, and then work out the fill for the lid, which should be pretty simple. So just work out how long we need this fill to be. So that's hitting the ground at 290, so we make it 280 from the top. That gives it 10 mil, maybe 260 to give it 20 mil, because it might clog. Or 290, 280, let's go 275. So I set up the welder. I still need to remember to do all the settings inside though. And this is the plate that was inside. Cut a new tube. Well, I cut a new fill tube, pickup tube. That will go all the way to the bottom of the tank. That's the right size for the macerator pump that came up first on Google. So seems pretty, it's 38 mil OD. So I guess shit will flow through there. And this is a jig table, so that holds things down, makes it really easy to weld. All made out of metal.
There you go, so that one's welded on, that one's welded on both sides. Won't show you how shit the welds are, but you can see this is MIG welded, and Adrian told me to go off the fillet so that the frog, or that void, goes this way to try and make it more airtight. I mean, it's a shit tube, so it's not going to be that important anyways. Bit of leaking shit.
All right, moment of truth. Nice, just the other one now. And that's just 25 mil lower, higher than the bottom. So it'll suck all the shit out. That's where all the shit will go in. And the shit will come from the toilet, which is here. Shit pipe will probably go down along the bottom there, behind the bulkhead, fold, somehow get in there without... I think there's enough clearance between here and here to have a radius. Right, now that we've MIG welded the welds, we're gonna TIG dress it. Adrian also said to TIG dress. This is called TIG dressing. So where the welds are a bit shit like there, we're gonna TIG dress it. Shit weld, but this again is for the shit, and I don't think it's as important as the fuel. And it's welded on both sides. And aluminium welds, sometimes the shitter they look, the stronger they are. So we're just gonna make sure that not that much shit flows through this, okay? So these are the welds now TIG dressed. You can see where the area was undercut, or like it wasn't penetrated, and so you can like fuse them together. I'm not a welder, and this is not a structural part, this is just a fill point, and I could easily just get a plastic compression fitting, but this is more fun to learn, so the holes that have arrows on them, they're obviously drilled wrong in the past, so I just need to plug them. I've never plugged holes before like this, so I think what we'll do is put something on the back of it, like maybe like a thick aluminium plate, and then weld in here and then grind it back. So those have been TIG'd up with a bit of rod, and I put it onto a 10 mil or 6 mil backing plate, which is mild steel, and it hasn't seemed to stick. So I'm going to flip it over and plug the other side. All right, that's it. Those have been plugged up. This is the ceiling side, so it's pretty flush. And then the other side, let's check that it's not hot, is also bubbled up. Might just grind that down a bit. And that's from the weld falling through. Interesting, look at that. There you go, it's all grinded up. You wouldn't even know it was there.